Hey everyone, it is Saturday and I have the house to myself. Yippee! So we need to stop crocheting for a minute and get some pricing done. So I thought maybe you'd like to keep me company while I work on that. So I unburied my desk. Now it is the guest bed behind the camera is covered, but I needed workspace and I didn't want to like make 1,000 trips out to the other room and then 1,000 trips back in here. But yeah, and I need to get some more lint rollers because the fluff is out of hand. So I have a tote handy next to me so that I can throw these in or place them in. My tripod is sinking again. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I can throw them in as I price and get them out of the way. Let me fix this tripod. I don't know why it does that or which section, you know, when you extend it out, which one is doing the thing. So we might be playing that game with this. So I'm going to start off with my Myrtle the Turtles. And the ones that came out to a good size are probably going to be 12. And the ones that came out just a little bit smaller will probably be 10. So I'll have a couple of different prices on my turtles. Or maybe I could just do them all the same and it is what it is. I mean, after all, it's the same amount of work. Just, you know, tension might be a little tighter or the yarn might be just a hair thinner. So should we be penalizing ourselves for that? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4. One more. So it felt like I had a whole lot more done than this, but I sent a bunch to the dungeon. Well, not a bunch. I sent like 15 items this week, which I'm starting to question. I'm starting to question it because when I first went in there to talk to her, she said she paid out every week, which I was kind of surprised. I thought that was a little more frequent than it needed to be. I'm fine with once a month. You just need to tell me what day it's going to be so that, and stick to it so that I know. So I went last Wednesday to look and see what I had and if I needed to take anything in, and took a few turtles and a couple more axolotls, some of those baby dragons, and like 2s and 3s. As soon as I walked in, she says, "Oh, you're going to get paid on Friday." Well, here it is Saturday. Friday came and went and did not get paid. So I'm not exactly sure what to think about this. Should I give her another chance? I mean, she's not doing what she said. You know, give her another chance and ride this out, or just go pick up my stuff and be done with it and cut my losses if it is a loss. I don't know. I'm just, because I don't know them that well, it doesn't give me much faith and confidence when people don't do what they say they're going to do. So I'd hate to lose it, you know, because my sales have been really good there. I mean, considering the small amount of items that I'm taking, there's not a whole lot of space, but I've probably See, September 28th was the first day that it went in there. So it's been a little bit over a month now. And I've probably sold over $500 worth of stuff in there. You know, unfortunately, you don't get all that because they get a percentage, but they don't charge you for space. So I don't know what to do with that. So I went ahead and put all my little myrtles at the same price. And I have 5 because I made more, but I sent 3 to the dungeon. So 5 of them at $12. I decided I wasn't going to change the price because one was just a tiny bit smaller than the other. So the baby dragons, I sent 3 to the dungeon. And I have 3 to take to market with me. You know, testing it out to see how they will do. So I sent the larger baby dragons to the dungeon. And I gave those a $20 price point. So these ones that came out a little smaller, I mean, nobody would know now. But because I do have a few Crochet by Jenna dragons left, and these are similar, just different, but similar, if that makes sense. These I'm putting at 15. And I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, you're crazy, that's too low, or some of y'all are going, that's too much, or I don't usually like to talk about prices because it causes such a conflict in the comment section, but here we are. So I have 3 of the baby dragons for 15. So I'm going to have to order some more price tags soon. I was at first printing them, but what a pain. Print them out, cut them out, put them on. What a pain. So I stopped doing that. It just takes too much time. And then it's like, oh, shoot, I needed one for this price amount. So you got to go print a whole other page. And yeah, it wasn't fun. So now we have the Madeline Mako Baby Grinch. And I have 3 of those, and I'm putting them at 15. Okay, 3 Baby Grinches priced. Then I have to go back through everything and pick out what I'm going to take and what I'm not going to take. Redo that. I mean, I have some stuff still in the bags from last time, but I mean, I did sell some stuff, and I did go through and take all the Halloween out. So I'll need some more in there. Plus I need to have bags ready to go for the next day for the Saturday market, which is a much, much bigger market. So I need more inventory with me than just what I have left over from Friday night. So this was so funny. I showed you the walrus I did, and I told you I thought for the amount of work, it wasn't worth all the sewing for the size that it came out. Now, of course, that's using Parfait Chunky. But in the comments section, someone mentioned that the walrus remind them of Steve Harvey. I totally see that. Like, I totally see Steve Harvey in this walrus now. So thank you for that. I needed a good laugh. So he's going to put $12 on him, and hopefully somebody will also see Steve Harvey and get a laugh out of it and want him. It's hard sometimes to decide what you're going to put on them because some come out so small, but they're a lot of work, and you feel like, or at least I feel like, I can't put that price on it because it's so small. So my one Totoro, I put 15 on because he is kind of small. I mean, here's a mini bird. just for comparison. So, that's how you can always tell how much you like something by the price, but in this case, I would say by the size that the end results is, you can tell how much you like that pattern for selling. Other than that, you want quick. Now I did make some things this week, but I really needed to do this part first so we can clear the desk and I can have my space back, and this stuff needed prices, and I'm getting, I got a week left, so I have things to finalize up. Okay, so I need to bring some more over to the table so we can get them priced, so I'll be back. Okay, so now I have all the dragons in front of me. Most of my dragons I had sent to the dungeon, and let's see, the blue playful, the purple playful, and the first Zazzy that I did sold. Toothless sold to a subscriber. I sent the really pretty ruby red and dusty mauve one up there. I raised the price on it because that one was a lot of work. It's still there. So the ones that I've made recently, they're coming to market with me because I need some dragons to go to market. So we already did the babies. So now I have this baby. And this is another one of those where it's a lot of work. It's cute and it's fun, but because it's so small, I don't think I can get what my time was worth out of it. And it wasn't like it was hard, because it wasn't. But I don't think I can get my time's worth out of it. So I'm going to try 15 and see what happens. Hopefully somebody will come along and love it and snatch it right up. So, baby dragon. This one is the mini version of Shannon's Snuggle Dragon. And it's like the mini. It's the bonus mini. I think, geez, I don't know. I'm going to try 20. I mean, it's... It wasn't like a ton of work. I mean, it's work. It did take me a little while. I probably have more than an hour into it. But I've said it a million times. I can't keep everything. If I take it out of the house, I really don't want to bring it back. So, I need to sell it. Pay for all the yarn I've bought the last couple of months. Alright, so this dragon. Alright, this is the size difference. This one is the Sweet Snuggles, and this one is Parfait Chunky. This one I'm pretty sure I want to put 60 on. So, let me see. Yeah. See, this is the hard part for me. Gosh, I don't know. I think... I think I'm going to try 39. And since 60 sounds like a whole lot, I'll put it at 59 and see what happens. Hopefully, there'll be some takers on these. I mean, these turned out so cool. They really did. But it's hard to tell. Actually, this I think should probably be more like 75. But we're going to go for 59. And then there's this guy. This was a lot of work. It took me a little while. I don't know. I'm going to try 39. It's probably wishful thinking. I'll be able to tell by the reaction if people pick it up and look at it and then just set it back down with like, oh my gosh, you know, type of reaction. And hopefully that won't be the case. Okay, I need to grab a few more. I dropped all these on the floor. They're all mixed up and tangled. So I have my mini turtles, 2, 4, 6, 8 of them. Normally I don't price them. I put them in just like a bin with a price. But I'm hoping to have help, at least on the Saturday market. And if they help me take money, then it's helpful to have the price tags on them. So they're not, how much is this? How much is this? And then I'm like, I don't know. What's it say? It'd be different if I was only taking, say, 20 different patterns with me to the market. But no, I can't do that. I mean, like, I watch some market videos, and I've talked about this with a couple of people because it's just interesting. 6, 7, 8. Okay. And the people sit there and say how they sold out. But when they show their setup, it looks like, you know, they might have 30, 35 items on the table. And I'm like, if you restocked as the day went, tell us. Because I think if you only went with 30 or 35 items and they were a good selection, I think you could totally sell out. So that's kind of misleading. And I like variety. So I don't know what to think about that. Is that how it should be done and I'm doing it wrong? Or am I right to offer such a big selection? I have no idea. But I just find it funny. You know, it looks like they have so little and they're bragging about selling out. And trust me, I would love to be able to brag about selling out. I mean, you guys have seen how much I set up on my tables. So a sellout for me would be huge. Just huge. Even at my prices. This is the part I don't like because it just takes so long. And these little tags are so fiddly. Like, I'm struggling with this one. It's like, pull the string through, loop it around the tag, and hopefully it goes together easily. But so I did finally make it to Walmart, and I picked up my polyfill. And I think the next time I make my own eyes for a project, that, oh, come on, you can stand up. I'm going to try the glitter paint because I made such a mess with the resin. I guess if I had a bigger workspace for it, it wouldn't have been as bad. And of course, the proper tools and not be in such a hurry. But yeah, I picked up some glitter paint and I was in shock how much the little bottles of that stuff cost. You know, almost $5 a bottle. And I'm like, whatever happened to the 50-cent paint? I mean, you're only getting about 50 cents worth in it. But yeah, so I picked up like 5 colors of the glitter paint. So I will try that next. And if I end up not liking that, Jenna will always use the paint, so it wasn't a waste of money. Okay, this is the last mini turtle. If I can get the string to pull through. There it goes. Oh my gosh. There has got to be a better way. All right, so mini turtles are all done. Then we have the Chastity and Designs Grinch. And when I showed it to you guys, I said probably 25 to 30. So I think I'm going to try 29. So some of you guys are going to say, oh, you shouldn't do that. You'll have to have more ones on hand. But this is my thinking on this. When you go to buy something and someone says, oh, it's $25, or someone says it's $24.99, even though it's only a penny, $24.99 sounds so much cheaper than $25. So I would like to get 30 for this Grinch, but 29 is really close. And I don't want to have to deal with coins, so I'm not doing the 99-cent thing. So I put him at 29. And this turtle is an older turtle. It was one that I needed to sew the head up, you know, so it wasn't floppy. And so it's going to get a $20 price tag on it because it's a good size. Not to mention, it's awesome colors. And I believe this one was all from Jade's pattern. When I took the Corgi to market, I sold it for $35. This little guy, I'm going to go up just a little bit to the $39 and see if that works, because I can always lower it. I mean, because these are a lot of work. With all those color changes, they are a lot of work. And that's probably not high enough. But again, I don't want to bring it all back home. If I bring it home, I'm going to run out of room. And then I can't hang out with you guys anymore because I won't have anywhere to put my stuff that I make. So I have to sell some. Okay, so I put him at 39. Definitely, probably should be more. So now I have my litter of kitties. Calico in black. Siamese in black. Just black. So this is 5 of them, but I did get one more made. And then I have the 2 in the bags somewhere. And I'm going up just a little bit on these as well. So I sold the first one at that Halloween market for $25. So I'm going to go up to $29. Some people I know will say, oh, you should go higher. But I've already mentioned my thoughts on that. So I'll have to find the other 2 cats. I only took 2 bags with me, so it can only be in 1 of 2 places. And change the price on those up to $29. Okay, the 3 tuxedos are priced yellow, green, green. 1 with yellow eyes, 2 with green, and the one that I'm going to show you here in a bit has blue eyes. Okay, Siamese and calico. Okay, so these are priced. I have a whole litter. My tote's getting a little overfull. And the last of what was on my desk are the car swings. So those, I have to put prices on those. Yeah. Okay, so now let me get the stuff that I made this week and readjust this camera again because it's shrinking. And Lord knows y'all don't want to be staring at the tatas. Yeah, and I'll be right back. All right, for what I've been working on the last couple of days. So when I told you Wednesday, I went up to the dungeon. And I was talking to one of the owners, the husband. And he said, make some snakes. Snakes. Snakes are good. Once you get past the head, it's mindless. You just keep going until you get it as long as you want. But I wanted to try the same snake that Heather was doing. And so I asked her who made that pattern because I like the shape of the head. So she tells me, Saucy Puffin Crafts. I go over there. And don't you know, I buy the wrong one. I'm making it and it's coming out really big. And I'm like, Heather, I'm texting her, how many rounds is the snake supposed to be? Mine is coming out huge. And she's like, 7. And I'm like, oh, mine has 11. Don't tell me I bought the wrong pattern. And I did. So I finished the one that I started, which I cannot show you because I took it to the dungeon, and got the other snake pattern and made 4 out of Sweet Snuggles Light. Not put in a picture because I didn't think to video it, but I did take a picture and sent those up to the dungeon. Now, I know that the big one has already sold. I'm not sure about the small ones. But so I made those 5. Plus, I made 6 more. And the ones that I kept for me, I wanted to see how big it would come out in Bernat and the big twist plush. So, and that's when I had variegated in. Because the variegated, you don't have to sit there and do color changes to get stripes and all that in it. So that one I actually have, I believe, 4 more colors. One that I could do, but I was like, after 11 snakes, I'm done. So here are, this is the itty bitty version in Bernat and Big Twist. So the ones with Big Twist are just a little bit longer and a little bit fatter in the head, but that's okay. They're all fairly close. So we have this one and this one and this one. I think this one ended up being the longest one. It's one of the Big Twist plush. And this one. This one. Now this one kind of worked up interesting. The way the colors hit, like it's a shame it didn't land where it was top and bottom instead of side to side, because like this side looks white and this side has the brown. But if it would have just landed where like this is the top and the white was the bottom, it would have been perfect. So maybe if I make another one out of this color, it looks like where it started, it was in the brownish. If it start in the white, maybe that will make it move. I don't know. And the last one is this. This one, the colors worked up interesting. It looks like a candy cane swirl. I need more lint rollers. But yeah, so I have 6 of those, and I'm going to put those at $12 each because they are small and they're quick. I made 11 of them, okay? They're quick. The other thing that I worked on on Thursday, because the snakes were like late Wednesday night into Thursday, and then Thursday evening, I started working on Christmas pickles. Now, I've shown you guys these before, and I did a smaller version using a 4-weight between Bernat Velvet and Yarn Bee's Velvety Smooth Sparkle. And they come out to about 4 inches. So that to me is small enough to hang on a Christmas tree so they can be used for what they're supposed to be used for. Well, when I was trying to make them, and I kind of cast them aside because I couldn't figure out how to make the hat look right. It's, the white trim part, I couldn't, everything I tried, and each one I tried a different way, I couldn't figure out how to make it look good. I mean, they were cute, but I could see that it wasn't right. And then, don't you know, All From Jade put out a free pattern for a Christmas pickle. Now, of course, it's using the bigger plush yarn and all that. And I'm looking at her hat. So I looked through the pattern, and I'm like, are you kidding me? That was so simple how she did it. I would have never thought of it. Absolutely never thought of it. And it looks so good. The trim on it just looks so nice. So I sat there and I made 6 of the Christmas pickles. I used up all the green I had in this. I think I have another skein. I have to look. But 6 Christmas pickles. This is 5. I just want to show you how they're going to be packaged. I'm going to put a ball chain, like a short one like you use on a keychain, through the fold in the hat so that they have a way to hang it on their Christmas trees. And those will be here today. But they're going to be packaged on a card like this. And it gives the story of the Christmas pickle. So I bought the PDF file on Etsy. I cannot remember the shop name, but I will link it. And I printed it out. There's 2 on a page, and then I laminated the card because even using the cardstock, it's so flimsy. It doesn't last long. And the humidity in the air here in Florida makes them feel really soft quick. So I laminated it. But this is how they're going to be packaged, but with the addition of the ball chain going underneath the fold of the hat. So I did those. And I told you, this is number 4 on the Black Tuxedo Cats, and he has blue eyes. So I got this done yesterday, and I was on a roll. I got the body made pretty quick, considering. Got the tail made, and then it came down to the head where you have all the color changes and you got to count. Well, technically you're supposed to do the head first, but I do the body first, then the tail, and then I save the worst for last. Well, then let's see. I was texting with Mary. I was texting with Sue. I was texting with Nancy. Heather was earlier in the day, and then later in the day. Gosh, I feel like such a social butterfly. So, because of all that, this took me a little while to get done. So, we have that. And then, the last thing that I made, I took All From Jade's little seal swing pattern and made it using Bernat, not the swing, just the seal, and not folding the tail. So I made these little seals, and I think they're just really cute. And they're real quick. So, and the only color change is changing the color of the bobble for the mouth or face, whatever. So I have those. So that's what I made since Wednesday. 11 snakes, 6 Christmas pickles, 3 seals, and 1 cat. And maybe, oh, I was going to be funny. 11 snakes, 6 11 snakes, 6 pickles, 3 seals, and a tuxedo cat in a pear tree. I don't know. I'm being weird. So this is the last of what I need to price. You guys help me figure out what I should put on these. Because I'm adding the ball chain and printing that little card and laminating it for them. What kind of price should I put on these pickles? I mean, they are only 4 inches tall, but they're getting jazzed up with the other things. So let me know what you think I should price the pickles for. So I need 2 more cats. 2 more tuxedo cats to meet my goal. And I have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I have 5 days to do it in. I can do it. I have other things to take care of too. Hopefully I meet my goal. If I don't, it's not the end of the world, but this is just one of those things that I have a feeling about. And I would like to test it and see if it's right. So yeah, I have a whole litter of cats. And I think I'm going to put the little seals at $10 because they're very quick and they're small. Quick, small, and cute. That's the combination you're looking for. So actually, I did a whole lot with the Bernat the last few days. I probably would have kept going on snakes. I mean, snakes have done okay for me. But last year for holiday season, I had 1. And I sold it at the first market. And I only had 1. When I've taken my snake, my small snake, it priced them at $12. And I've had, like 4 or so on display. I do okay with them. But this one has the cutest head shape. So I think these might do okay. We're going to take some with us and see what happens. See, I have 6 here, 4, 5, and 6. I think maybe I need to make a couple solid colors and maybe just put 1 ring like around the neck, because not everybody likes variegated yarn. Normally I do not like it, but for something like that, certain ones of the plushies, the variegated looks really nice on. So yeah, I think I'll do a couple more in the solid color. I'll have to check my eyes because I think I'm getting low on these eyes, the size that I'm using on these snakes. So I talked John into getting me a rubber mallet and what are they called? A deep well socket or a spark plug socket. So I was told in the comments to get 11/13 the size. So I tell John what the comments said, and he picks up the mallet and he picks up this giant socket. It is 13/16. I don't know why they have to use just odd ones. Can't we do a quarter, 3/4? No. And it's huge. And I'm like, I can't use this. I think the back of the eye will get stuck up inside of it. It's so big. So he got out his tool set, which he will not let me snag one from. And I had my different size backs, and we were testing them out. So he is going to get me the 11/13 and then a 5/8. But if I happen to go into Walmart or Dollar Tree or something like that, I will probably pick up a couple of other sizes. I mean, I really don't need that for the smaller eyes. Those I can do with my hands, and my little tool works just fine with it. The ones I'm having problems with is the back is like just a dome. It doesn't have another shape on it to where I can use the tool. And even with that, with the thicker yarn, all my weight put into it, I absolutely struggled to get the eyes to snap into place. And there's been some that I just can't do because it slips on the tool and it doesn't stay in place, and I can't get it to work. So my tote is overflowing. So the only thing left are the swings and the pickles, but I need help with the pricing on the pickles. I don't know what to price it at. All right, so that is what I have today. Hopefully the syncing camera did not affect you too much. And I appreciate you guys coming here and hanging out with me while I do the boring task of pricing. My goodness, all those kitties. They just look cute sitting over there. They do. All right, you guys, I will talk to you again in the next video.